Monday, December 14th. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, grasshoppers. Major, as usual, random issues with the music and this, that, and the other thing. If I can even find my Galaxy earbuds volume, that would be good. So on this machine, I'm able to control the volume, I believe, from the... Had to turn off a lot of the notifications that were cutting into the sound. Let's see who's really here. I'm afraid that Ariel Zamora has arrived. Awesome. Stefano, good. Irdar has arrived. Excellent. And everybody is here. That's excellent, I hope. But I jinxed it. Moldemain did not make it. Let's check out a Moldemain. Let's just see how often he actually comes to join us. We'll know in just a moment. Is that too high? Can't tell. I'm not even sure I was using it on this particular screen. But it's going to have to do, and now it snaps. It snaps. Grr, taskbar behavior. I remember I had to change this in Belfast, Maine. There we go, and now it should work. I don't want it to be too low. I want it to be just above or level with those, and we'll get some chat in to see if the speech chat is working. Good. Chat is working. Pick chatbot is not working, however. Trying to bring this whole beast up and running. Not so fast, huh? C'est la vie. If you wish to join the dojo, you can join the rapid and classical for today. I have not managed with a 3-hour time difference to get up on time for the previous streams. Very annoying, to say the least. So what is the story here? He's a member of all three. If we look at his games, if we look at his tournament points, this is the real kicker. He attended the Yakovir Sindarov birthday arena 6 days ago. Mine are usually very long names, right? So we should be able to know which ones he's played in. 6 days ago he played. That was on a Saturday morning. Maybe he didn't attend yesterday morning. Maybe there wasn't a tournament yesterday morning. This is a very cool feature, to be honest. Did he join well in advance? That is the question. Did he join well in advance? Let's just check it out. Wow, he won the tournament. That is super great. But he's not online right now. That is awkward. And this is the 3+2. It wasn't the 5+5. So we can hurry people along and getting paired by bumping him from the team if he's not present. Copy. Rapid and classical. Kick someone off the team. Unfortunately, it's just for today. I know he'll be back. Success. And now we've paused him, so others will get paired. We have paused him so that others may be paired. Good morning, Friedrich. How are you? Struggling with the settings. Yesterday morning, my alarm was not set, so I overslept. I am playing. I'm back. I am back. I had to get rid of or bump ML domain to make sure that we all get paired. Let's just make sure that I hit reload and make sure that this is all good. Unless I got bumped. Could be the case. How are you? How is the weather? It is lovely here. A little bit of rain, which is to be expected apparently for Maine. I mean for Spokane. I'm keeping an eye on if I have a lesson after this. Oh, of course, speak of the devil. All right, wise guy. Let's see if he can run me out of time. I can't find my berserk button. Cannot find the berserk button. Terribly sorry. Another anti-London system. Anti-London this. Anti-London that. Take over everything. So I couldn't berserk. I apologize. I did want to berserk with only 22 minutes left. De la vie. Getting finished with the opening. I'm 3 moves away from finishing the opening. We're going to keep developing with some threats. Just keep developing with some threats. Oh, that was close. 1 pre-move away from absolute disaster. Now, where did the music go? What is up with that? What in the world is up with that? It is the 14th of December. I will be flying back tomorrow morning. It's unfortunate. I do want to trade queens. I do want his rook on that particular file. I do want to develop as fast as humanly possible and force further exchanges. I don't know where his knight will be going now, but we are trading this, and we are trading that. This will work out well, given we're up a bishop. It doesn't take that much. Do I want to give it all? We don't have any back rank maids. He wanted this or that. So let's see, bishop takes. Let's just keep it up. We can prepare our... Uh-oh. Did he really do that? He doubled his pawns. We're going to break through with our bishop. As we can, it seems. I get to attack everything. It's a 3-way fork, by the way. I don't think this is avoidable. avoid any back-rankedness. Always recapture Bala's berserks. Okay. We only need one pawn, the A7 pawn, to win. Get our king up there, just in case he has one idea now. We can artificially isolate his pawn. That's what we should try to do. Artificially isolate that pawn. Run him out of moves. Now we'll get our king up. Pushing him off the beaten path. Now he has a big choice to make. I might be able to win that way, but we'll exercise our en passant rights. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to berserk against you. Give me a chance to win like that. That's not cool. Not cool at all. But I know that he doesn't want that. Frederick Holberg. Also a streamer. He may be on a temporary hiatus, but I feel that when you are inspired with a purpose towards streaming, and really he does have a purpose that he doesn't know about, and he will come back with a vengeance, absolute vengeance upon the streaming world. Meanwhile, the music stopped. What's going on here? How annoying is that? The Streamlabs chat is not working. Why is that? Speech chat. Speech chat should at least be working. Rainy and cloudy. Hopefully I got it in without forfeiting. Why isn't the YouTube chat working? That is the question. All right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Events. Let's try this. Let's read out all these messages. Let's go with follower, hosting, rating, subscriber. Check. Check, check, and check. Preferred voice, UK English female, events, user group, enable speech. Is that what's missing? Group name, whitelist. Is that what's missing? All right, let's try that again. Frederick, have you considered streaming for any particular reason? Let's just say events. Streaming feels like a job. It certainly is. It certainly is. That is the part of it. Well, that was silly. That was really, really silly. Do I wish to give up my bishop? Whoa. And now where's his knight going? Gotta go back to there. We got our wedge in now. In fact, we'll go for it more. Just because this knight looks so lovely. Could have prepared it more. We'll see what we get out of it. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. He's got a fork if he wants it. Just a trade, I see. Do I want that fork myself? I have to start attacking while everything is defended. It looks as though I've got this. Got queen g4 too. f6 is my jam. Bishop g5 could be it. Do I wish to soften him up now? Let's give it all we've got. All of his pawns are going. This pawn is so weak, I forgot. Um, um, um. Can he do that? Check, check. Here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Let's go for it. Let's see if he forgets about it himself. I am getting a little frisky here. I'm going to try for it. I'm going to try for it, baby. Knight takes, bishop takes. Knight takes, rook takes. Queen takes, knight takes. All right, we're in for a penny and in for a pound. That's all there is to it. We're trying here for more. We'll see what we can get. It looks pretty amazing now. I got this in, I see. For what it's worth. Alrighty. Knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. I don't have much of a choice. I have to threaten him. It's just a trade of pawns. Who knows what we'll get? This is attacked 3 times, it seems. Can we get it here? Knight takes, bishop takes. Is there any way out if I try to take this? I don't know. I'm going to find out. The music just came back of its own accord, of course. Can I play it this way? We did strip him of almost everything that he owns and more. We got to keep our pawn. I think we're picking off another one. Picking off another pawn. Very lucky again. Another lucky break. What are the plans for Christmas? I will be in Florida. The tickets were so cheap, Friedrich, because no one is going to Florida. Florida is like persona non grata for everyone because it's one of those states that is anti everything. So therefore, nobody wants to go. Canada is boycotting it. There's no, there are no snowbirds coming that are not, let's just say, radicals. So it could be unsafe, if, unfortunately, for free thinkers like ourselves. But text only all.
What are plans for Christmas?
Oh, there we go. It worked. Thank God. I'm so happy you're back. I like the conversational style of being able to you type and then I get to hear it like a normal voice because the old format, and I agree with you, the old format was a lot like being trapped in a space capsule and not being able to talk to anyone in real life, except you would read off of a screen like the TTS bulletin board coming through. Do I want to play it this way? Let's play an Alekine. I decided to get the Alekine up for a little bit. And of course, we're going into Scandinavian territory as well. We could be in Scandinavian territory. Let's use some water. Let's do something. Something nice for a change. I've got my computer on a on an unusual stand here. I don't know how choppy the stream is. I will check it out later. And again, the music is chimed out, right? Where did it go? And why? I don't understand. All right, well, at least we have it. Oh no, Ariel Zamora. I do hardly answer DMs when I'm working and coaching. I apologize. Thank you, Junior Chess Kid. You should get the notifications unless you've unsubscribed. We do give the notifications in the Discord and occasionally on all socials. Occasionally on all socials. But yes, I will try to check on them. It's possible that you have cycled back a little bit on the Discord DMs because you're not the only one that I haven't answered. I actually tried to DM Jules Gambit with a recommendation for coaching. She wants IRL coaching in New York. I am streaming at least every other day. Recently, I've been on the ultra early plan. Where are you located? What time zone are you in, Junior Chess Kid? But weren't you also making an attempt to form a team or something? I can't remember. Oh, I couldn't find. I still can't see the. I think my screen is too small. Possibly I need to just do this to see the.
JRCHESSKID. Welcome to the dojo.
All right. Namaste, sir. All right, so now you have to turn that off. Let's see what we get just here. This is not a pin. Attempts are old habits and they die hard indeed. I'm so sorry, man. Oh, here we go again. We have an opportunity to try to take over the center. Very different this time, though. Very, very different this time. Grabbing the center. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no, I thought I subscribed to speech chat. Nefedov, where are you going, sir? What does it all mean? I do want to get that. I do need to kick this guy away. This is danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Whoops. I couldn't figure out what he was up to, but now a lot of things are being attacked. Now a lot of things are being attacked. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. We are going to make it just in case. In case. Make it just in case. In case. Bring up my rook. Knight. Can I start attacking on this side of the board? Is he attacking me? It seems it is true. It seems it true. All right, so he's got that. I need to bother him just a little bit more. Oh no. Did I lose this game? Did I lose this game? It seems it's very true that I lost this game, it seems. But we get a bishop and a rook. Yeah, I am so toasted. You deserve this one. You so deserve this one, sir. I got very frisky. I meant to play rook a3, by the way. I did mean to play rook a3 to cover and cross. Yes, yes. Namaste, sir. Good win. That was a definite, solid, outplaying me win. Nicely done. Doesn't completely go on his permanent record, but it does go on our personal record. 99.5 to 99 to 9.5. Wow. That is a solid 10%. Give or take. Namaste, Frederick. If I could even find my chat box. Gads. Where, oh, where are you? I don't know what's going on with the TTS. I really don't know what's going on with the TTS, Jerry Goose. But if you'll stick around, I don't seem to have an immediate lesson afterwards. Hold on, I have to just bring up Teams. It's possible that they are not responding, or they're giving me the weekend off, one way or the other. I don't like having the weekend off. I prefer teaching all the time. One thing I don't like about Teams, it's not very different from the old Skype where you get random chat requests from everybody. You know? It just seems wrong. We'll check that. It is supposed to be on. I have enabled the Kick desktop and whatnot. Uh-oh, I am streaming on Kick. That much is true. I'm checking it now. Again. Scenic Spokane, Washington. It is quite lovely here. That much is true. I no longer see the notification for the Kickbot PTS in the like I used to. So I believe that they probably pawned it off. They probably pawned it off to another. While I'm there, I'm going to add the social media handle for this. Drops. I'm checking. They pawned it off to VoxBot or something. That's what I suspect. So if anybody wishes to use text-to-speech, they wanted me to go to a separate service called VoxBot. Ron, hey, good morning. Don't worry, Ron. I still have you on the secondary burner for enabling the walk-on for Let's Get Ready to Rumble. Just because whenever Ron comes in, he is ready to throw down. Sabina Froissart is covering the event that I am at live for US Chess, I believe. Let's minimize this. Let's see if we can bring up VoxBot. And we'll see if I can actually do a trial on it. How about that? Because if it works across all platforms the way it says it will, that means that I won't have to use multiple services like speech chat for one thing and Kicks VoxBot for another. Built for live streams. I believe we will do some more chess today. Just because I missed yesterday's stream, I overslept. I do need to get coffee at some point, but my coffee is running low. The room coffee is not that great. Let's bring up the puzzle streak though, at least. At least we'll have something up here that is interesting to look at. Why didn't I look at that one first, eh? Next, creating your account. Creating an account and connecting the platforms you stream on. Creating an account is 100% free. Signing up. Creating TTS commands. So people would have to use specific TTS commands, exclam TTS. And that's not really what I want. I want people to just be able to type your command and it automatically be read. No worries. Ali, Oli, namaste. Yes, I have you in my favorite streamers list, so therefore you are not going to be out of the loop at all, it seems. All right, we're off and running to 36 now for Puzzle Streak. Egats, it's raining on us like crazy, but we do have a nice fork, which should slow down his roll just a little bit. Slow your roll, sir. Slow your roll. And now, what does it matter? Or do we just take first? Sometimes it is just capture. But I need a follow-up. I don't like to look at just one move. Chess is all about finding several moves in a row, right? So what is his threat? Does he have a threat? Is it a danger to me? I feel like after queen takes b3, rook, r2, g2, we also have king to g6. I'm sorry, king to e6, which definitely threatens his livelihood in so many ways. He doesn't have time to move the rook, nor does he have time to avoid the back rank mate, so he has to allow the fork, which results in the same thing. Taking advantage of a pin. This is one of those that I would love to add to my book only if the person who played this position did not see it. Is the best move arrow on? Not a big fan of the best move arrow. There it is. Let's see if we can check this display. I don't know. I don't see the one that turns off the best move arrow. Checking all the forcing moves first. Save our queen. Check, 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 check. All of these are very easy, by the way. These are all extremely easy. We do have to be very careful. This is queen trapped. No. This looks like it's a free bishop. If I save my queen, is it a free bishop? Intriguing. The first 40 are always so easy that it's very hard to remember that. What do you think, Oli? Candidate moves here, folks. Queen takes d1, queen takes f1, check. Rook takes c6. Bishop to f8, queen takes f6. Taking advantage of a pin in any way, shape, or form. Queen to f5. Bishop g2, and what do I have? Queen to f5, bishop g2, and aside from a queenside pawn majority and the lack of two bishops, what do I really have here? Oh, I have to put a browser source in as well. Okay to save the browser source. No, VoxBot isn't going to work, Jury Goose. Yes, it does. It does have a wish list feature. It is very cool indeed. I'm very puzzled by this one. I'm really bothered by the fact that it's not easier. Let's say I move my queen. What is their intention? They're going to take our knight, right? Bishop takes f6. Then rook takes c6. Very strange. Rook takes c6, queen takes c6. Let's just do this from this perspective. Okay, we play rook takes c6, queen takes c6. Queen takes f1, check. Rook takes f1. And then we are up a piece. That looks like the most direct one, right? Rook takes c6, queen takes c6, f1. Yep, thank you, Pegasus. Thank you, Jury Goose, ahead of the Pegasus. I was just getting to it, actually. I hadn't... Fortunately, I believe I found it. Because I'm up a piece to start. And we throw in this one. We're just up a piece. Thank you, guys. Ironically, it took as long for you guys to give me the answer as it did for me to find the answer. Bishop d4 is pretty obvious here, right? Bishop d4, queen a3 check. Bishop b2, and they don't escape. Oh, the kick stream does have a 30-second delay. Indeed, it does. So does the YouTube as well. I think it's just a preventative measure, which I like. It's a preventative measure to prevent, oh, ridiculous that it's not, it prevents people from doing or saying anything live that will get the transmission service in trouble, like CBS with the Janet Jackson Super Bowl halftime show. This is a skewer through to a square, right? And now, moment of truth, everybody. Queen h6. Looks like it's a nice double attack, right? So we're doing this candidate move process rather in a mixed fashion, right? So here I only really got 2 candidate moves. I looked at rook takes and queen h6, and then I immediately spotted what I believe is the solution to all of my troubles. I can't let him capture with check. But we will have to capture with check if needed. Right? We looked at those candidate moves. Our knight is being attacked. So the first thing I looked at was perhaps saving it. I didn't see anything possible to counterattack, unfortunately. If we could play queen takes f7, that would also be lovely. Right this very minute. We need a little Christmas. We have to check to make sure there's nothing more. Yes, exactly. Good job, Pegasus. I don't mind. You can absolutely type it faster. I'm not looking at your responses unless I'm really truly stumped. Most of the time I'm doing okay. So let's just make sure that there's absolutely nothing here, because this is not that easy. He has a rook and a bishop still for the queen. So if the king doesn't take, queen takes b7, looks like it overworks him very, very well. Right, rook takes h8, queen b7, rook on a to c8, check, yada, yada, yada. I do like the number appearing on the screen, though, so that's the only reason why I use these particular layouts. Bum, ba-dum, bum. We have a checkup, which cannot be answered by anything but a king move. Got a fork. I like the kick. I appreciate all of the kick subscriptions as well. I have to do something special for the kick. I think they have kick VIPs. So I guess the next offering for redemptions on kick is VIP status, which Honest has secured. In other words, queen a4 check, king c8, rook e8 check, rook takes, queen takes, king to c7, and knight to b5 wins the queen. I hope it lets me play all the way to the very last move. Oh no, it's not going to let me play to the very last move, because this is mate in 1. And then we do get the final move in. Did not look at queen blocking. It was all rather devastating up until that moment. The block to move. We hear a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Aye, aye. But what does it really do? This doesn't look so convincing, right? Bishop a5, king h1. Queen F1, knight G1. Oh, never mind. Queen E1, Queen G3. And he is rather helpless to prevent Queen H2. Let's just make sure there are no further checkups. After check, check, and that's the end of it. Fair enough. Are you asking for Puzzle Racer, Sir Ron? Check, check, winning the queen. Also looking at the fork, queen hanging, queen takes rook, all possible, but we're after bigger fish. Bigger fish. What is the threat if I just play Queen F6? Right? There's no Queen E1. Must play in that manner. Oh my god. Trust nothing, check everything. The hands. Back rank mate. Back rank mate. Yes. Hold on, I need to translate that. Where is my translator? My translator is not working. Helped. Translate selection to English. Quite. Quite. Quick mate. All right, let's get our streak back to. I told you the problem is that the first 48 are so easy that it's very easy to forget. That there is a problem every now and then. Yeah, I know. God help me. Quite the. This is just a capture, right? You're up a pizza. But we have to be willing to trade queens. Many young players are not willing to trade queens, interestingly enough. What is going on here? Oh, the skewer. I'm looking for mates for too many moves in a row. Too many moves in a row, everybody. All right, last one. Last one for our streak, by the way. We're going to get to 40, and then we are going to retire, more than likely. Where do these come from that they're so ridiculously awkward? We can't allow queen takes a2 check. So we're just taking a pawn for free and we're threatening mate? Is that really just it? But I mean, the difficulty level goes in a massive range. A massive, massive range. It is a full rook after all. One of our all-time favorites, the old I'm drawing a blank right now. Check, check. That's very clever. Oh, it won't let us pawn mate. Namaste, TK. Please follow the channel if you can. Please check out the YouTube channel mostly. Absolutely check out the YouTube channel. The Chess Informant playlist is key. It looks like the Voxbot doing a great job decoying us from our stream. Let's do the X-ray. The X-ray defense, removing a defender. Also check out all of the socials. I was also lamenting that this is the first Nationals without Danya in quite some time since he was a kid. The first National Scholastic Chess Championships without Danya. Being seen in the hallways, after hours. One of those sad, sad realization moments, right? Check. Trust nothing, check everything, everybody. Trust nothing, check everything here. There's also this check, but what does it really do? Isn't that where we came from? I guess it isn't where we came from. Is this check? All right, moment of truth. Queen G5. I guess there's also the possibility of this, with the idea that we can check to remove the defender and then pin. So on Queen to G5, this is going to lead to the win of the Queen. And on Queen to G5, yeah, any king move to the F file leads to the win of the Queen. Right? Yes. So on Queen to G5 check, the king either has to go to this square. And then Pegasus with the emotes. Happy holidays, Ron. Happy holidays. Glitch cat. The queen to g5, king to d7, queen to g4, queen e6. Queen g7, check, and that has to be devastation central. All right, so we're getting somewhere here. Queen to g5 should not be this difficult this early on. 17, right? We know that king to the f file is, so this is the only move. And then queen to g4, and he can block with the rook. Then what do we really have? Ah, rook to d4. All right. You think it's just rook c3? If rook c3, I was actually thinking that he has queen to d1 check,
Pegasus
queen to
SW.
d2 check, and queen
Set.
takes.
RC3.
Rook c3 is queen d1, queen d2, queen takes c3. The queen to g5, king to d7, and you think it's rc3 there. They no longer have this. They do have I'm glad the speech chat is working. Thank you, Ron. So queen to g5 check, king d7, queen to g4 check. Just gonna proof it here. On rook e6, we pin and win. Not an easy win, but it's a win. Queen g5 check, check, there, we win. Queen g5 check, only king to d7. Queen to g4 check, king to d8, rook to d4, thank you very much. That leaves only rook to e6, rook to d4, and then queen to e6. This is the key one. And after queen to e6, then we have queen to g7 check. And if the king moves, we have a choice of a lot of things. Is it just as simple as that? Now queen to g5 check. And then what? Queen to g5 check, and he, oh, we're winning the rook. Is that it? Wait just a minute here. So, queen to g5 check, king to d7, queen to g4 check, queen to e6. Oh, I don't have this move because the king's no longer on e7. I no longer have queen to this square because the king's no longer on e7. That was a hallucination and a half. That was unfortunate. Good news is, for the day, our record for the day is only going to register the 48. Let us fly through and get to where we were. Winning king and pawn. So h7, e5, g8, e7. Or just f7 right away to keep the king against the edge of the board. That would probably be the simplest. Very annoying that we fumbled the ball on that one. This is mate in 2. You know when you're overthinking it, that you're already on the wrong answer. We got to remove the defender of the queen. Simple Forkovich tactic. Removing the defender seems like it is more to the point than taking advantage of the pin. Mate in 1 with everything. Very nicely done. So here again, let's not get too fancy. Looks like a pawn breakthrough, but is it really so? C5, takes, check, king e4, king e6, and I don't see how we get through. King e6, king d4. Right? Moment of truth. Can we allow c5 ourselves? a5, c5 doesn't work. b5. Are we getting in? All right, everyone. This one is a community exercise, that's for sure. We can also reach the same thing from king e6, c5, b5, king e4. Then we need a move in order to stop him from entering and penetrating. So that leads us back to the forcing move. c5, b takes c5, b takes c5, check. King to e4. King to e6, king to d3. King to e5, king to e3, a5, and that's the tempo we needed? I guess so. You guys were a little slow on that note there, it seems. All right, let's just check and proof, boys. Check and proof. The outside pass pawn is still real. The outside pass pawn is still real. King e5, b4, cb4, king b4, king d6. King a5, king c5. King e5, b4, cb4, king b4, king d6. Probably simplest because we have the outside pass pawn. We simply walk up, take this pawn, decoy him, and then we run over there and we promote. For those of you that wish to see it, I'm just going to proof it. Simplest move here. Oh, we can just run him out of moves. The old-fashioned way. Run him out of moves the old-fashioned way. For those of you who think this king can get in front, the fact that we can control the queening square and escort the pawn in is huge. The power of the outside pass pawn. Knight check, followed by knight check, winning the queen. And on this move, guess we'll know in a moment. Let's go back. Knight takes b7. Knight c5, knight c5. Queen e2, check. This one was definitely far less clear. I wasn't entirely positive about this one. It did look sketchy for the king, though. Oh, we're black. Wait just a moment here. Which way is our pawn going? The right way. I was concerned that our pawn was not going to the f1 square. That's the problem with endgames. It's easy to forget which way you're going. Check and mate. Standard mating pattern, folks. Standard mating pattern. What was I thinking? I way overdid that, but this is check. This is check. Wait a minute. Hold on here. I just want to see this again. How did I hallucinate this? Oh, it's because even though he has check, his king is inside the square of that pawn and this pawn. I am no Danya. I'm a little depressed about that, but I'm no Danya. Tactical awareness is key. Veli, good morning. How are you? Welcome to the stream, Valley. Setting up a fork. Just winning material the old-fashioned way. Just winning material the old-fashioned way. Making sure there's no other way to annoy my opponent. Bishop d8 is forced. Good, good, good. Winning material 101. Can you believe I did that? Sorry, Valley. Queen takes g6, rook takes g6, king h7, rook g3 doesn't work. How sad. The queen covers this, so... How many jettisonable puzzle streaks can we do to not get to 40? We're not going to give up on this one just yet until it's 40. We do have to start checking, though. At some point, we must start checking. For example, that check and that check. Trust nothing, check everything. Have you been streaming, Valley? These are just small exercises in piece coordination. We can just go back and take it with the power of the outside pass pawn. Yes, they do put the zugzwang on us, but we just take the pawn. Black to move here, it seems like I have to worry. Nope, no worries. Very unusual choice. Ah, the old winning of the queen trick, eh? Whoops. What are you coding? I do need the help of a coder. Believe it or not. Do you code anything involving chess at all? Coding is cool. The X-ray, 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 X-ray. Outside the square of the pawn. I really do want to get some things happening as far as stuff going. I mean, rook to f4, it looks devastating. Even more devastating after that, but you did have to watch out for this check, and there's nothing left. Nothing left to defend. Oh, lovely. That's very cool. AI is, I apologize for assuming that you might do any type of lesser coding. Sometimes they're just captures. All right, we're well past the last one. That was a good removing the defender exercise. A nice basic removing the defender exercise. Gotta love those. Now all of these are standard. Very standard exercises, very standard exercises. Do I have time to take? Do I have time to take? Or do I play d7 and allow it to be 2 rooks for the queen? Oh, I'm sorry. On the building side of programming, or of chess. On the building side of chess, this is made into with the help of a pawn. That is quite lovely. 22, we're getting there. Do you do chess for fun? That's quite lovely. I wish I could do chess for fun. I think that's the number one thing that I miss out on, honestly. The number one thing that I miss out on. Is chess for fun. That was a very subtle one. If there ever was a subtle one, that was the subtle one. All right, the heat has to be turned down. The coffee has to be made. That's all there is to it. One second. Coffee has to be made. It's cheesy hotel room coffee. And these cheesy hotel room packets should have room service, right? Shouldn't I splurge every now and then for room service? That would be the optimal thing, right? Did I burn my bridges on the creamers? Yes, I am going to burn my bridges on the creamers. Make it, give it a touch of sweetness, why not? I was actually hoping that I had a student this morning, but I don't seem to have a student this morning. Knight takes, knight f6. There's nowhere that the queen can actually hang on to. Nowhere that the queen can actually hang on to that endeavor. Bishop takes, knight takes, removing the defender. That worked out even simpler. But the real kicker in that particular exercise was that if queen takes, then removing the defender of this, we take with check and then we recapture. Oh, wow. It pushed your rating from 2300 to 2600. Holy crap. On Lee chess? That's hard to believe. Are we really accomplishing anything here? We're on the white side of this, right? So we do have to check to get rid of the pawn. And we should be able to win with just the 2 pawns once both of those pawns are gone, right? A relatively important skewer. It's just going to take so long to get. Ah, so I estimate that IRL, you are roughly master strength or just below doing the conversion. You are master strength or just below master strength. Unless it's bullet, then the algorithm is slightly different. So you might be able to answer my question. I do believe that they have separate rating game structures for paid members versus free members. I believe that you gain more rating points as a member than you do, or as a title player, than you do if you are a average generic user. An average generic user that's only allowed, let's say, 5 puzzles a day, or the normal limited usage of chess.com for game review analysis. I believe that if you pay for chess.com, you gain rating points faster. In fact, I even know the number that you would gain rating points faster if you are on an improver scale. It is 1.8% compounded. 1.8% compounded. How would I know such a thing? What do you think? Crazy that anybody even knows such a thing. I think I need to move my... Trying to become a CM. I don't need to know if you need to become a CM. It's my least favorite title. Obviously, I can say that because I have a National Master title. Where are you located? Do they have a National Master title where you are? I believe if you become a National Master... Well, I only know this because I did pay for chess.com at a time when I didn't use it. And I had an okay rating. I mean, I didn't necessarily play on it that often. I mainly used it to watch events or do Survivor on a routine basis, Puzzle Street, the equivalent of Puzzle Streak on Cheese.com. Turkey. No National Master title. I'm sorry to hear that. This is automatically just like stronger than our music. Why is it repeating like this? Are we at the end of our... Where's Streamlabs music, buddy? Slipstream. Oh, there it is. I found it. There we go. When you hear the same song too many times, it has to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then we're going to promote in 2, right? This way, we have the opportunity to stop him from to our space. Queen versus bishop, queen versus knight. This looks pretty dangerous. Winning material. All right, we're very close. We're very, very close to 36. We're in 36. We're going to reach our goal, our destination, our joy. He's got queen takes queen as an in-between move, so I think we have to play rook takes knight first. Then we throw in the in-between move, and we are up in material. But we do have our coffee. It's ready. the hotel room coffee. And then maybe I'll run for breakfast. Breakfast place is opened at 6. Have a fork there. Check. Just have to walk to safety, just walk to safety, and don't allow any return forks. No return forks, no return forks. We should see if this is working while we're here. I just want everyone to notice that you can walk away from a puzzle streak or a puzzle survivor, provided you don't do a Windows update that clears out your cache, depending on the browser that you're using. Where were we? So watch streamers. So I started a while ago, and it should be the YouTube stream. Namaste. But you're working on an AI model. It opened up a brand new window. That's terrible. Opened up a brand new window. It won't tell me what it is that it catches me streaming, but it knows that I'm live, or does it? Currently streaming Spokane, Washington. At least it knows that much. Oh no! Ron put in a hats on request. Wise guy. Yes, this is the hat of the day. $106 ago, I started. I guess that's about right. I'm not going to do the math. Thank you, Ron. We will honor the hats on. Oh no, and Ron tried the YYY again an hour ago, but the blurb is not working. Why is the blurb not working? Brr. Hold the phone here. Let's see if we can find it. Chessalize AI. I will check it out. I've got it saved now. I don't want to stretch my system too much, to be honest.
Only 60 ball and wide.
Oh, my friend Matt analyzing a YouTube video in the background there, as I had several things opened. So yes, it has the YouTube channel, but this isn't the YouTube channel that I want it to be. I thought I submitted a new YouTube channel. Anyway, when we go back to our puzzle streak, it remembers where we are. Unless we're in a brand new browser. I think this is just winning, right? Promoting the pawn. We need to get to 40. Now we just have to make sure that this is not mate. or winning a queen. It is mate. They almost fooled us. My time is 05:29. Believe it or not, my time is 6:30 a.m. Where do you see the time? Isn't the time in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen?
Is your time 0529?
I honestly do not know. I'm going to check it now. I'm going to check to make sure the time is adjusted for daylight savings time.
Pegasus SWE. Send. QH5 Mate.
Indeed. I'm happy that the subscriber PTS is working. What are you always on Kick, Felly? By the way, are you always on Kick? I have not completely figured out how to host. Where is my time? Oh, my time is not on this particular screen, is it? My time is not listed on this particular travel software screen, as it turns out. Since Valley is working and watching in the background, I don't really want to leave. I think Valley and I connected on Discord, but I'm not entirely positive. I don't use Discord enough. That's all there is to it. I just don't use Discord enough. I do need to get to the team room as this morning's round is at 9 a.m. Cheers, Valley. Programmers and coffee often go together. Tea as well, depending on your cultural background. Turkey has some great coffee, though. Turkey has amazingly great coffee. Unbelievable. Samir Sakiner? I'm trying to remember the three-cushion billiard star from Turkey. Amazing, amazing fellow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how good he was. Unbelievable. Copy URL. Oh, you sold a few grams of gold. No, don't do that, Pegasus. Have you ever thought about moving to Norway? I know that the wages and the jobs are often, well, I don't know about jobs, but sometimes they're often better in Norway. I don't want you to have to sell gold in Sweden to pay for, Oh, I don't believe you. I believe your heart is strong, Veli. You should definitely connect with me on socials if you haven't already. I think we did connect on, but I'm a terrible DMer on Discord. Terrible DMer on Discord. But we reached our goal, which was 40. And this is day 1 of the Global Chess League. I'm not sure who is playing whom, but Ukesh is playing Nakamura, that much I do know. And I would like to host Chess24 on Kick, but I don't think it's happening. Belly, do you ever tune into the YouTube channel? That one might get you there. The Global Chess League is using a time control of 20 minutes per player. And I'm just bringing up one more thing that we can observe for the moment. Now I can close that with a clear conscience. I can close that with a clear conscience. And we will return to the event that I am at. Now, interestingly enough, I am, if you watch broadcasts, you may subscribe to the K through 12 grade national championships. Round 6 is in 2 hours. I will put the URL in the chat. You might be able to find the K-12 grade nationals in Spokane, Washington. You can't really see that it's in Spokane, Washington. It's really down here in gold. It's like the smallest reference to the location that I have ever seen. Oh, there it is. It's also in here. But they have a pin that they're selling that goes on your lapel or perhaps even on your hat. And the interesting thing is that you can barely tell that Spokane, Washington is even on it, on the pin. I think Spokane should be larger. But there was a truly great game. There have been a lot of truly great games. In round 1, I can't get to the official website here. As it turns out, it looks like it's going to go elsewhere when I try to tap on that. Is there a keystroke command that I can open it in this window? How about this? Open link in Chrome Incognito. Open link as. I do want to open it up in this window. I don't want to open it up in any other window. Standings, copy link address. On your place. 1,999 hours. You are amazing, sir. I need to get you on the stream for your 200-hour mark. Is that just for this year, though? I'm positive that you've had a lot more than 199 hours. Pegasus. Ron Hay, by the way. Beast mode. Legend. Rockstar supporters. Logic. 10K bit donations. Namaste. That was incredible. I still never forget that. I believe as a senior, where is this not going to the boards? It's not really. Oh, there we go. As a senior, William Safranek has been on board 1 for the duration. You'll see that he has cruised through the field, but unfortunately in round 5, William Safranek was drawn by former Columbia Grammar student who left us, Jed Sloan. Jed Sloan is an absolute strong, dedicated student for the most part. Were there any other upsets in this round? Brian Yee, maybe? These are the top 2 boards in each of 6 sections. There are 30 boards being covered, by the way. I don't necessarily know that these aren't just the top boards. I have to actually look and compare. I should come back and stream for the beginning of each and every hour. Let's see who's streaming right now. Oh, we do have myself listed feeding National Trader, National Master John MacArthur. That's very nice. They don't have the boards up for round 6 just yet. This was like the dullest Italian game ever. Oh, and this is one of my favorite moves. If you can get d5 in, you should. The only drawback to this particular move so early is that there's often a lot of pressure on the open e file, so I like bishop e7 first. If this can be played, it should be played. Looks like William Safranek tried to mix it up as best he could. Very clever. Ooh, ouch. Ow. The 2 bishops are now not a problem. The rook and bishop combo should be better than the rook and knight combo, but is there any way to defend this pawn, really? If it has to be exchanged off, we have 2 versus 2, rook and knight versus 2 versus 2 on the king side, rook and knight versus rook and bishop. Now, is there a better way? It's just a hard game to win. I like it. He's going for more. Both of the players are still slugging it out, trying to win. This one is going down here, and I think I would have played on. I would have certainly played on. International Master Eric Zhao. King's Indian attack. All well and good, but please keep the high school championships in mind. Tiger's playing the Malbo Open. Nice. Let's see if we can find it on the broadcasts. That way I can check it out later. I would consider Tiger a good friend. The Global Chess League is going. Is there a Lee Chess Link run for the Malmo Open? That is the question. You can always search here for Malmo. This is it? No, this is 6 months ago. They don't seem to have a current tournament broadcast. Just want to see if they can find the K-12. Now the K-12 is on an unlisted link because they're not advertising US chess events, because US chess is or doesn't have an equal policy for women in chess. Malmo, powered by DGT. I'm not really a huge fan of the DGT output, but are there standings on this page? Milton Pansazar. What is up with this tournament? Ludwig Carlsen. They have not so many strong players. Wait. They do have GM Daniel Semikson. This is the Malmo Open that we're talking about here. I do need to set up some default traveling locations for default traveling locations for Chessbase, Chessable, and whatnot. I don't really have them set up on the travel stream. Thank you, Ron. But I definitely got it. I just can't reach it with this particular window. Which is awkward. But I'm glad that everybody is doing it. I'm watching it in the background on another one. I don't necessarily know how to change this particular one because this is not my laptop. It's sort of the school's laptop. That makes it very, very awkward. But we will, however, depart stage left to the possibility of watching the Global Chess League. Or another potential streamer, if needed. There are a lot of streamers out there. That much is true. And I'll check the possibility of hosting pick. Let's see if we can do that. Thank you everyone for being here. Cheers and ciao. We're going to head over to the Global Chess League. Absolutely important that we find our way to the Global Chess League. And before I end the stream, namaste everyone. Namaste, Ron. Thank you for being here, buddy. Anyway, thanks everyone for being here. Cheers and ciao.